3 o'clock. Hello and welcome everyone to our first KwaZulu-Natal virtual fam with SATSA and Tourism KwaZulu-Natal. I know we'd much rather be doing this in person, but at least we get to be part of a group of innovators, so that's not a bad thing. We're going to keep it casual if we can today. As always, when technology is involved, there may be a few challenges, so please forgive us if it doesn't run like absolute clockwork. We're here to learn about the North and South Coast as well as Durban, but we're also here to connect with each other. So let's hope you can be forgiving if we have any of these little technical bugbears that happen. Before we get started, just some housekeeping, and you will have noticed that on entry into the room, you were already automatically muted. There is a reason for that, to try and make sure that everyone's user experience is a good user experience. So unless you are talking, unless you are presenting, I would ask if you please keep yourself on mute. If you don't know where the mute button is, that's in the bottom left-hand side of your screen. There's a little microphone there. You can click on the mute button and it will mute you if you are not already unmuted. You will see if you are muted with a little red line on the microphone. There's also a video next to the right of the mute button. If you want to share your video with us, you can. It's nice to see everybody in the room together. And if you do want to say something, you do want to share something, you have the chat, and I see some people have already posted where they are coming from, so feel free to post a question or make a comment in the actual chat itself, or use your non-verbal cues to raise attention. So let's not unmute ourselves and get lots of noise going, because otherwise this will be a very, very long day. Right now, there are 105 of us in the room, and there are still more coming in. So we're going to keep letting people in, but we also need to get started. So welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us, and let's get started and learn all about KwaZulu-Natal. So I have the privilege of sharing a video by David Frost.
Welcome to this incredibly exciting first initiative, a partnership between SATSA and Tourism KZN. The virtual fam that we've put together is an incredibly exciting initiative in this new world we find ourselves in. We trust it's going to be fruitful for all of you, and you are going to have some really illuminating conversations, which we hope are going to put us in a good stead going forward. We've pioneered this in other parts of the country, and we've seen great success in terms of not only unearthing new product, but really acquainting the buyer community with the great hidden gems and parts of the province that they may not have really known about. And indeed, really taking that onto a sellable platform. So the partnership and the initiative is all around and built around inclusivity and opening up access. There is strong demand from the overseas buying community, really looking and excited about new product that we have in South Africa. And the product offering in KZN, that's one of my favorite parts of the world, is, I think, really splendid in this regard. So I think that you're going to have an amazing couple of days. Really, take this opportunity, guys. We don't find ourselves in an exciting time tourism-wise within the country, but things will get better, and we will be able to open up in the near future, and we'll be able to do it safely and secure in the knowledge we can offer a compelling product to both domestic and overseas travelers in a safe environment. I want to urge you all in this time, please, to just exercise, and I know this is difficult, but just to exercise patience and focus on the positive initiatives such as the Mega Fam that we've put together. It's these types of initiatives that continue to take us forward, that continue to sort of focus us on tangible outcomes that can open the sector up. So I wish you a great couple of days, happy hunting, and really have fun in your pursuits. Thank you so much.
Great. Thanks, guys. Sorry about that little technical hiccup right from the start, but let's get rid of all of that stuff just as we start so that we don't have any of that going further. So Tuli, you are up next. Tuli is the General Manager of TKZN, and she's going to be addressing us next to give us an overview of KwaZulu-Natal. Tuli, I am just going to allow you to share your screen, and there you go. If you can also unmute yourself.
Yes. A very good afternoon to all of you. Can you hear me? This is quite an exciting one for KwaZulu-Natal. I mean, when this opportunity presented itself for us to partner with SATSA, we grabbed it and we ran with it because we feel that it's a critical one for us to be able to really showcase what this beautiful province has on offer and to really have a conversation with the different key players within the tourism sector so as to make sure that we keep our destination, our beautiful destination, top of mind. So what I'm going to be taking you through, mine is an easy one, just a general overview of what the province is about, and just to whet your appetite so that when the various participants would start presenting on their various offerings, at least you have an overview of what this province is about. So welcome, and I say welcome to this, to KwaZulu-Natal. KwaZulu-Natal is a world-renowned destination which is situated on the east coast of our beautiful country. This is a province that's steeped in rich history and a vibrant cultural heritage, which is a reflection of our rainbow nation. This is home to premium leisure and outdoor adventures that stretch from pristine coastline to the peaks of the UKHAHLAMBA DRAKENSBERG mountains and reaching wild terrain where the Big Five roam freely. This is definitely a must-visit destination with something for everyone. With a picturesque 600-kilometer coastline, the best protected indigenous coastal forest and World Heritage sites, which are Isimangaliso Wetlands Park and the mountainous Barrier of Spears in UKHAHLAMBA Drakensberg Park, the province is also home to world-class nature reserve, including Africa's oldest reserve, which is the Hluhluwe Imfolozi Park. The province derives its name from the Zulu meaning of the word, which is KwaZulu, and this is reflective of the dwelling place of the Zulu. It's also known as the paradise, which explains why it's such a beautiful province. And it's also derived from the name Port Natalia, which is given to the port of Durban by early Portuguese explorers. KZN's pride lies in its people and its impeccable legacy of being a dream destination. The province is accessible through road, air, rail, and sea. The province has two ports, which is the port of Durban, which has the largest container terminal in the southern hemisphere, and is responsible for one of the province's primary exports, which is sugar. Then we have the port of Richards Bay, which is situated in the north of the province, and this is a dynamic, constantly developing first world logistic hub, which is responsible for some 80 million tons of cargo per annum, and it also represents about 57% of South Africa's seaborne cargo, placing it at the very forefront of Africa's ports. We also have direct airlines that fly from Johannesburg and Cape Town. And internationally, there's about 5 of them, which is Emirates, Air Mauritius, Qatar Airways, Turkish Airlines, as well as British Airways. British Airways is actually our latest acquisition, which launched in October of 2018. Domestically, we also have airlines that fly into the province, as you can see from what you're seeing here on the screen. The province is sold on the 5 big attractions, and these are your action adventure, your land and water safaris. I can proudly say that we boast the Big 5 in terms of land safari, and you also boast the Big 5 in terms of your land safaris, of your water safaris. We also have scenic beauty. We also sell ourselves on coastal and beach experience. We also sell ourselves on your cultural experiences. And this makes this a destination that truly has it all. Over the years, KZN has become known for its seaside splendor and wild safari adventures that show off the big five. But there's always new discoveries to be made in South Africa's sunniest province. Now, what I would like you to do is to fasten your seatbelts, brace yourselves as I take you on a joyride along this beautiful province. We will start with the gateway to our province, which is Durban. I'm not going to take you through this because we have a dashing gentleman, Usbu Ngoma, who's actually going to be taking you in detail in terms of what Durban has to offer. Then I'll move to the South Coast, which I can proudly say without any doubt that it's the adventure capital of the world. And again here, I'm not going to be taking you through this because we have a lady, Vanessa, who's actually going to be taking you through what this destination has on offer. Then we have the North Coast, which I call the jewel of the province, with its amazing beaches. These areas, and then again, in terms of the North Coast, we have Cheryl, who's actually going to be taking you through this. So I'm not going to be taking you through this one as well. So let's take a joyride to the first area which I'll be taking you through, and that is the PIETERMARITZBURG and Midlands area. Now, this area is the heart of KwaZulu-Natal. It is a collection of arranged routes that offer visitors hospitality in truly beautiful surroundings, outstanding accommodation, conference and wedding facilities, fascinating local events, fabulous cuisine and restaurants, and revitalizing outdoor activities. And I can also say that it offers us over-the-top adventure sports. It has historic landmarks, wildlife conservation, and best of all, for those that are interested in unique arts and craft, you can shop here till you drop. It's an easy 1-hour drive from Durban and a 4.5 hours drive on the N3 highway from Johannesburg. There is much to explore in this area. You can go hot air ballooning, you can do your canopy tours, and those that are interested in history and heritage, you could go into the Mandela capture site and many more other areas that I would highly recommend that you go and you explore and visit. Unfortunately, time doesn't allow me to go into detail into each one of these experiences, so I will then move on to the next area, which is quite an exciting area. And that is in an area of UKHAHLAMBA, DRAKENSBERG. Now, one of the key nuggets that I want to tell you about is that the UKHAHLAMBA is a Zulu word and it means the barrier of spears. This is home to the highest mountain range in Southern Africa. And it has the second highest waterfall in the world, and that's the Tugela Falls. In fact, I've been told that there is an argument that the Tugela Falls might actually be the longest in the world. And it has one of the 2 KZN UNESCO heritage sites. The area is also famously known as the gateway to the central and northern Drakensberg. The Drakensberg Mountains of South Africa is a 200-kilometer long mountainous wonderland and World Heritage Site. Here you can explore areas such as Umazini Cultural Village. You can explore the Bushman Caves. You can go hiking on beautiful scenic routes. I could proudly say that this is probably, this makes it a tourism mecca for all those that are outdoor enthusiasts. Moving on to the other area, which is the battlefields. This particular area is not only the place of some of the most picturesque landscapes, the sweeping hills and knotty rocks formation that pepper the rolling plains and valleys of northern and central KZN. This is also a site of a concentration of historical battles that took place over numerous years and shaped the history of both South Africa and British history. I can say that without a doubt here, that if you are really interested in history, this will be the place that you probably want to go to. And also, I can claim that one of my forefathers actually fought in one of the wars in the battle sites. The region boasts 82 battlefields. It has museum, it has old fortification, and it also carries places of remembrance. Moving on to another area, which is Zululand. This is an area where nature and ancient culture abound. Just north of the Dolphin Coast, in a malaria-free area, Zululand extends up to Richards Bay, along the north coast of KZN, and inland into the heart of KZN, extending north to Pongola, and including the little towns of Ulundi and Vryheid that lie on the borders of the battlefield route. This is an area rich in symbolism and tradition, and the age-old Zulu culture still remains today. In fact, we have one of the oldest monarchs, and if you're interested in visiting the Zulu palace, as well as meeting the king's wives, this is the area that you'd want to visit. So visitors here are given an opportunity to go into the heart of Zulu villages like Shagaland and Idumazulu, where one can visit a sangoma, watch a rural wedding ceremony, and experience Zulu hospitality. There are also numerous parks, farms, and nature reserves. The Zulu birding route, for those that are interested in birding, has over 650 species of birds, and it offers an incredible diversity of bird species. Here you also find the likes of Itala Game Reserve. You also find the likes of Ipongola Game Reserve. Moving on to the last area of this beautiful province, which is the Elephant Coast. This particular area is home to the world's renowned Hluhluwe Infolozi Park and the Isimangaliso Wetlands Park. It is characterized by untamed wetlands, bird life, big five bush breakaways, and beautiful beaches that brings sea turtles breakaways and to the shore as they lay their eggs in one of nature's most time-honored ceremonies. Isimangaliso stretches 220 kilometers from Cape St. Lucia to the Mozambique borders and is a World Heritage Site. It is dominated by Lake St. Lucia and the St. Lucia Estuary, with its network of coastal lakes, dunes, subtropical forests, swamps, and wetland systems that are a haven for indigenous fauna and flora. Here you could go tiger fishing in Jozini. You could do turtle spotting, and the best time to basically do that is around November to March. You could also do whale watching, which is also this area is quite famous for. So as I conclude, I invite you to take in all the sights, sounds, and smells of our beautiful province as you journey through untamed bushland and wildlife, or educate yourself about the deep-seated culture and history of the Zulu kingdom. Whatever experience you are looking for, the likelihood is we have it. Once you experience the soul of this beautiful province, I can promise you, you will never look back. Those that have visited KwaZulu-Natal, they become nostalgic and they always come back. And I would like you to believe that. So I invite you to come and explore this beautiful province. And I hope as the rest of the people present on what they have on offer, you will then be enticed to really come and visit it and visit the Zulu kingdom. I thank you.
Thank you, Tully, for that joyride. I'm tempted to come on over. I'll pop in and visit you. I'm not sure where I would start, actually. There seems to be way too much to get through. And I'd like to just call on Usibu, who's going to be taking us through an overview of Durban. I know I saw him here a little bit earlier, and if you can unmute yourself, that would be great.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Usibu Mngoma, as correctly introduced. I'm going to be taking you briefly through Durban. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. All right. Okay. Durban is a leading South Africa's tourist destination and is marketed globally by Durban Tourism, which I'm representing. And Durban Tourism is an official unit that forms part of eThekwini municipality. Durban itself as a destination is a modern, vibrant, cosmopolitan city, and its lifestyle, architecture, culture, it thrives on a warm subtropical climate. Durban tourism has made a considerable progress in repositioning the city as a sophisticated destination with an extensive variety of things to do. So in realigning itself to be the cutting edge of the worldwide trend in destination marketing, the city is focusing on providing visitors with a unique set of experiences that go beyond the beach and covers the culture and the scenic beauty and the diversity that is found, not just in Durban, but in the whole KZN. I thought I should just summarize this in the form of a video. I'll just play a video for you.
Durban is missing you. Let's take this time to recharge. Durban is waiting to welcome you after lockdown. Be energized by the ocean, beach, discover Durban's adventures and tranquility. Play on the promenade and put the fun back in your life. Enjoy a township experience. Do the Inanda Heritage Trail. Explore Durban's cultural diversity. Stay at home and plan to create new memories. Visit Durban online. Durban's warm hospitality awaits you.
Sorry, Sabu, before you crack on, can I ask you to put your presentation in presentation mode for us, please? That would be brilliant.
Okay, I did click on it and it didn't respond the last time. I think it is now. Okay, so out of the efforts I was talking about earlier by Durban Tourism, so we saw the destination reaping quite a number of accolades. And, you know, starting from 2018, and is the most recent one being identified as the greenest city in the world. But let me just quickly take you through to where exactly it all began. It began in 2012 when the city took stock of its performance as a tourist destination. So that intelligence information revealed that the city was visited by 3.8 million people in that year, 2012. And then in 2013, when we put together a visitor marketing strategy, we then put 5 million visitors as a target, at least by this year, 2020. And the 3.8 million visitors to Durban spent 5.7 billion rands, and our target in a 7-year plan, visitor marketing strategy, was at least to be doing 10 billion rands by at least this year. So the approach to that was to first regionalize our source market and identify those that are our core, obviously assisted by the research conducted in 2012, and then look at the developing ones and then the selecting ones. And once we've regionalized it, then we come to a destination. I spoke about a destination attempting to give unique experiences, but that is all encompassing. So we needed to, again, from the inbound point of view, regionalize the city into 4 as well, so that we know where to go for heritage experiences, we know where to go to for adventure, culture, and so on, and we've got it all. So our source markets are regionalized, and the destination, you come in here, we know what exists in the north in terms of the routes. And then we launched the Discover Durban campaign. That campaign was aimed at then educating people when they come here. Remember, the strategy was to take brand Durban to the world and just introduce it, saturate the market with what Durban has to offer. Now, the Discover Durban was now going deeper into what exists where in terms of product offerings. And there we wanted at least to be amongst the top 20 leading destinations worldwide by at least 2 years from now, 2022. And how we then intended to market the city, as you truly correctly put, this is one big province, and then we looked at what visitors want. For us to be able to give them a comprehensive package, we looked at not just Durban as the city, and then we looked at Durban KZN. For a simple reason, visitors don't mind any boundaries. They know no boundaries, they don't need them, and they can be based in Durban and still travel to Drakensberg in 2 hours, travel to Hlulwe in 3 hours, and experience everything, but based in Durban. That is taking it way beyond the coastal lines, like I mentioned earlier. So you look at the Berg, the beach, battlefields, and all of those forming one basket of offerings to our visitors. And then also part of our achievements was when we were taking Brand Durban to the world, we looked at partnerships and what we could get from partnerships. Then we partnered with National Geographic, and we saw us reaching at least 5 million viewers just in the past 2 years. And then we continued with our partnership. We partnered with Eurosport as well, and we took advantage of those marketing platforms that were born out of that partnership. How we then market Durban in terms of product mix, exactly what I was saying. But what is not covered in the previous slide is how we use events to then entice people. And in 2010, Durban already did launch itself to the entire world as the events capital of Africa when we hosted the World Cup successfully. And then we continued to attract both business and lifestyle and social events in Durban. But the ultimate goal is to convert those visitors or those people that would have come for that unique specific purpose, but to come back as leisure travelers. So we use that strategy to sort of expose what the city has to offer in terms of leisure tourism. We've got quite a huge mix from township tourism to museums to hotels, and you can see numbers there. Going deeper into specific partnerships, we partnered with some of our big brands, and that is the Sharks, the rugby team of KwaZulu-Natal, in order for us to take advantage of all the marketing platforms that they would have paved ways for us to be represented in. And there's quite a number of others. I mean, Moses Mabhida is to present in this platform as well. And we took advantage of all those partnerships to launch Branch Durban. Future plans, we had future plans. I mean, everyone knows of the pandemic that exists in place. If you look at the right of your screen right now, under normal circumstances, those were future plans. And some of those can still be implemented. They still are implementable. If you look at the picture there, when you see that logo, Rediscover Durban, is our current plan. That's what we are doing now. Traditionally, we would be doing what you're seeing on the left of your screen. So the Rediscover Durban campaign looks at, even during these trying times, to continue to ensure that we don't lose share of mind and people still see what Durban has to offer. Whilst, I mean, I'm making reference to the video that you've just seen, that we want for people to, as soon as the industry opens, to come here. So we want for them to then rediscover Durban. But the approach to the tourism recovery program, is to start local. And currently we're running the Know Your City campaign, and we're calling it the Know Your Durban campaign, which is aimed just at locals, so that at least they know their background, they know what exists in their very own backyard, and they are able to then at least put a word out there in terms of the VFR category of visitors, and also for them to explore their own city and support tourism businesses and other businesses in the area. We're looking at then gradually moving that into KwaZulu-Natal, that is intra-provincial, and then into South Africa and SADC, and then global ultimately. So in terms of that, we know that given the pandemic that has just happened, we will need to continue promoting, but in terms of business intelligence, we will need to take stock of businesses that still exist, that made it through, and those that will need support in terms of product development here and there. And we look at the accessibility of that and the tourism development. Obviously, pay specific emphasis on the business tourism, and that is conferences and the entire MICE. Some of the successes, just briefly, that we have looked at as part of our tourism recovery plan is we now have 6 blue flag status beaches. We are a coastal destination. I mean, we know that within South Africa, we are a favorite when it comes to people wanting to go to the beach. They come down to Durban. And strategically, if you remember the first slide where we were looking at our market, we identified the Gauteng as a country. Gauteng is listed among the countries that are our source markets, even though it is just a province. We know they come down in numbers for these experiences, but taking it beyond just South Africa, we needed to have these statuses, and we have 6 beaches, and we currently are piloting 7 of those to become also blue flag beaches. But we understand that for the city to thrive, we will need these partnerships. Hence, we are participating in today's interaction because we know that we can't do it on our own. We're going to need tour operators to start packaging Durban. We're going to need local people to start up-talking their own destination. We're going to need everyone to actually partner with us in putting Durban to the map. I thank you.
Thank you, Sabu. Really appreciate that. There are a couple of comments in the chat for your response. If you want to go and have a look at that and just respond to those comments. I'd like to call on Cheryl. She's going to be giving us an overview of the North Coast. So if you wouldn't mind sharing your screen for us, Cheryl, and also unmuting yourself, that would be great.
Good afternoon, everyone. As I've been introduced, my name is Cheryl Peters, and I'm from an entity called KwaZulu-Natal. We are responsible for tourism and investment promotion here on the North Coast. Thank you for your time this afternoon. I'm going to do a very high-level presentation of some of the many offerings of the North Coast, and I hope that you're going to be able to get as much information as possible. And I'm quite happy to take some of your questions as we move on. So the North Coast is located in the province of KwaZulu-Natal in the district of Ilembe and extends from Zimbali in the south to Amatikulu in the north of the province. Its location is along one of the key corridors in KwaZulu-Natal. And you will see at the bottom end of the screen where the King Shaka International Airport is. It's located in close proximity to King Shaka International Airport, and as I said, a key corridor between the port cities of Durban and Richards Bay, making it very easily accessible to tourists both nationally and internationally. Some of the coastal towns include Ballito. You can see from this image, it's a very image when a lot of people look at it say, oh wow, and I know that place, or I've been to that place, I've stayed there. Other towns also include Sharkus Rock. This is the infamous hole in the wall. And it goes all the way up to Blythedale, Sinkwazi areas and extends inland into the rural, beautiful towns or rural areas of Ndwedwe and Mapamulu. Now, the North Coast boasts an array of attractions, offering visitors quite a variety of things to see and do. From family-friendly beaches where you can soak up the sun, you can do swimming and surfing, snorkeling and scuba diving. Get going here, the surfing. It is also a treasure cove of tidal pools and game reserves. There are 4 world-class golf sites or golf clubs in the North Coast, and this includes Zimbali, Princess Grant, Simbiti, and Mshlali country clubs. There are adventure activities, which includes horse riding, microlighting, hiking, quad biking. There are also nature game parks, which is, this one is situated at the Rain Farm Game Lodge in Ballito. Many people say, oh, we didn't even know there was game farms in close proximity to Ballito. Well, I have news for you, there is. There are lots of flea markets and arts and crafts markets as well. The North Coast is also home to a variety of lifestyle shopping centers where you can shop to your heart's content, as well as beauty and health spas for your enjoyment as well. It is also home to a lot of historical sites of great significance, such as the Luthuli Museum. And the area also boasts a large number of events for entertainment as well, ranging from the Belito Pro Surfing Festival to the Lychee Festival, as well as music and beach festivals. Now, what is a holiday without food? So the North Coast has quite a wide variety when it comes to cuisine to taste to tantalize the taste buds. And you can then enjoy this while also experiencing some locally crafted beer and wine. This is 1787, which is a local brand of wine made here in Ilembe. The name 1787 pays homage to the great King Shaka, and that is the year of his birth. When it comes to accommodation, you can be rest assured that our accommodation options, which range from luxury hotels and guest houses, bed and breakfast, self-catering, caravan parks, backpacking, will suit many a family adventure. It caters for both frequent individual travelers as well as your smaller tour groups wanting to then do tours in the area. As I indicated earlier, history and culture is synonymous with this region. Our roots stem from the time of the Zulu King Shaka, whose burial site can be found in KwaZulu-Natal. And also there are historical sites such as Luthuli Museum. Chief Albert Luthuli was the first African Nobel Peace Prize winner, and his home has been converted into a national museum, open to tourists all year round. The North Coast also has a blend of cultures. The people from all walks of life and all cultures, making it a very friendly, warm, welcoming atmosphere from all of our people in the North Coast. I would like to request just 2 minutes of your time as I share a hashtag See You Soon destination video. It'll give you just a high-level glimpse of what you're missing out on and what is awaiting you in the near future. And now I've gone back. Okay, it seems that we're having some technical difficulties, so I'm not going to pursue that in the interest of time, but I'm quite happy to share that. If you go onto our social media pages, you'll be able to view that video. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Cheryl. And perhaps what I could ask you to do in the chat is to paste the links to your social channels so that people have access and can have a look at those videos. Not while we're busy with our fan, but after the fact. So that would be great. Right. Next up, we have got Vanessa, who's going to be giving us an overview of the South Coast. So Vanessa, if I can ask you to unmute yourself, please, and take us on another joyride.
Welcome to KwaZulu-Natal South Coast, known as the paradise of the Zulu Kingdom. My name is Vanessa Gounden, and I'm going to share some interesting facts about our paradise. The region boasts 58 beaches, 5 blue flag beaches on a coastal strip of 120 kilometers extending from Scottsboro in the north to Port Edward in the south and inland to Harding. 365 days a year destination with 9 months of warm summer and 3 months of perfect winter. Hinterland offerings of breathtaking gorges, forests, farming seeds, which includes the Orobi Gorge and the Weza Ingeli Forest past Harding. We are also commonly known as the Gulf Coast, as we are home to 11 oceanside golf courses, many of which are in the top 100 in South Africa. We are home to one of South Africa's top and most scenic raceways, which is the Desi South Coast Raceway. 2 of the top 10 shark dive sites in the world, which is the Aliwal Shoal and the Protea Banks, and they are both marine protected areas. The smallest desert in the world, which is the Red Desert in Port Edward, the lowest coffee estate in the Southern Hemisphere, also in Port Edward, which is the Beaver Creek. Every year, the region plays host to high-profile events, including the Bike Fest, Uvukile Gospel Festival, the Ugu Jazz Festival, and the South Coast MTV series. Once a year, the KZN South Coast shores come alive as the annual sardine run gets underway, known as the greatest shoal on earth. For the adventure seekers, we are also known for the longest and the fastest zipline in Southern Africa, the highest gorge swing in the world, up at Orobi Gorge, the newly established Kwanzaa Markway Nature Trail, a rural experience that features rugged 4x4 adventures and hiking opportunities. This is matched by Kwakola Caves Adventures, a harness system that guides visitors into a previously inaccessible cave, which is adorned by prehistoric rock paintings and sand people. We also offer all types of accommodation ranging from camping, 5-star hotels, and weddings and honeymooners' delight. We are a filmmaker's paradise, offering diverse landscapes, which is easily accessible and great infrastructure. The destination is ideal for meetings and corporate think tank getaways, team building venues, as well as ideal for incentive groups. We have 1 game reserve and 10 nature reserves. Getting to us is no problem at all. We are easily accessible to travelers by road or air. It's an easy 45-minute drive from Durban along on the KZN coastline and less than 7 hours from Johannesburg. There are domestic and international flights into King Shaka, which is only an hour-and-a-half drive to Potchefstroom. So come and find your paradise on the KZN South Coast. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Vanessa. Right, everyone, I think what we have next is our speed networking. We actually go to our relevant products. So if I could get our presenters to get ready to present their respective products. And again, if you are wanting to pose a question specifically, please do so in the chat. And if I can ask you to keep yourself on mute if you are not talking, and if you don't mute yourself, I'll go ahead and mute you, or Emily will go ahead and mute you. So please keep yourself on mute. And we would like, however, for Beulah to unmute herself. She's going to be presenting on behalf of African Dive Adventures. Beulah, the floor is yours. Beulah, are you with us? Nope, I don't see Beulah, so that's fine. We're going to skip over to Robbie from Beaver Creek Coffee Estate. Beaver Creek Coffee Estate. Beulah is not with us. So if I can please ask Robbie. There we go.
Hi,
thank you so much.
Hi, it's his brother Dylan. I'm from Beaver Creek. It's a family-owned business. It's 2 hours south of the King Shaka Airport. We're a coffee estate and roastery. We produce our own coffee, but we also roast various coffees from around the world. We offer a daily tour at 12 o'clock where we go through the various processes from harvesting, the agro-processing, all the way to the roasting. And we also follow that with a tasting of our various coffees on offer. And as you see in the pictures, we also have an estate cafe where we offer light meals, various beverages, and we also a supply of coffee across the country to various B&Bs, hotels, coffee shops, etc. And that is Beaver Creek. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
You're getting a lot of support on the chat, Dylan. Clearly you have something very special to offer, and I'm sure people can't wait to come back and experience what you have on offer. Thank you so much for leaning in and sharing that. Next up, we have Chris from Clermont Quadabeka, Tourism Development NPC. Chris, if you are with us, if I could ask you to unmute yourself, and if you are sharing a presentation, to do so. Chris, you with us? If not, I'm going to hand over to Gerard. Gerard from Durban Country Club, if you can unmute yourself and share your presentation.
Am I good, Natalia?
You are. You can just share your presentation with us.
Okay, no presentation. I'm just going to present directly.
Then you can unshare your screen.
I can.
Yes, you can unshare your screen.
I can unshare.
Yeah. So at the top of your screen, if you click on the red that says unshare.
There we go, got it.
Great.
Yeah,
There we go. Good.
am I back?
You're back and you have a beautiful background, and we'd much rather look at you than a PowerPoint. So happy
Yeah,
days.
thank you very much. I suppose the question is, why would a golf course be deemed one of the gems of the province? If I can share that with the buyers that are out there. Well, firstly, we're nearly 100 years old. Our centenary year is in 2022, so it's 18 months away. We ranked in one of the top 100 golf courses in the world. And that is particularly, the reason for that is that these are natural sand dunes on which this golf course was built. It's next to the seaside. There's been no construction equipment on this golf course. It is absolutely unique. It's home to 17 South African Open Golf Championships. Now, the significance of that is that the South African Golf Championship is the second oldest golf tournament in the world. And we are the home to that tournament. So there's a huge heritage at this golf club for golf destination and sports nuts. And our proposition really is, come to this unique African port city and enjoy a game of golf on one of the great golfing destinations in the world. One could argue, is it 100, is it 99, is it 105? But what one cannot argue with is the fact that it's one of the great golfing destinations in the world. So thank you, SATSA, for the opportunity. To the buyers, pop off to our website. We have a recent video campaign of all the top sportsmen around the world who are speaking for this golf course. Ashes winners in the Australia-England series, Golf Open champions are in America and the US, World Cup rugby winners who have played their golf here. Let them speak for the golf course and the golf experience. So thank you very much, everybody. We look forward to seeing some of you here.
Thank you so much, Gerard, for sharing that with us. And I will go have a look because I'm a keen golfer. So next up, we have Sandile from the Durban International Convention Centre. Sandile, are you with us? And if so, can you please unmute yourself? If you are sharing a presentation, please share your screen.
Hi, Natalie. It's Lindsay from Durban ICC. On behalf of Durban ICC, I'm Sandile for today. So hello, everyone.
Go ahead.
Hi, welcome. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all well. Firstly, thank you for this opportunity, SATSA. And wow, such amazing presentation so far. I can't wait to get out there. But I'm speaking today, should I say, on behalf of Durban ICC. We're at the International Convention Centre, also known as Nkosi Albert Luthuli Convention Centre. We're 23 years old, and we were opened by our late former President Nelson Mandela. So a lot of history lies at ICC. I am going to share my screen. So I'm quite happy to share my presentation.
And it's great and working, perfect.
Okay, so basically we're Durban ICC and we're from the province of KwaZulu-Natal. So we've got, we say the best kept secret.
Lindsay, just to interrupt you, are you wanting to share a PowerPoint?
Yes.
Okay, so at the moment you're sharing your desktop. So if you'll just stop sharing.
Oh, no.
There we go. That's what we're looking for.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to move it across. So everything's been pushed into the technology age. So basically, does that, you got it, Natalie?
I've got it. You can just go into presenter mode.
Perfect. It's moved. I've got to, there we go. So basically, I'm just going to share a few slides, just basically just to show you, because I know there's a lot of content come through in terms of the province already. But obviously, Durban ICC is one of the Africa's leading convention centre, and we are 112,000 square meters of space. We're made up of the Durban ICC, and we're made up of the Durban Exhibition Centre, and together we've hosted many events. So a lot of history in terms of COP17, which was the climate change conference, as well as the AIDS conference. Durban was one of only 2 countries in the world to host the International World AIDS Day. event twice, once in 2000 when Nkosi Johnson took the stage, and also again in 2016. So we've hosted lots of events, and which is why it's so important for people to obviously continue hosting events. We know at the moment the current situation doesn't always allow us to host events, but obviously the content that comes from this event is so important in terms of maintaining that. So we can host up to 22,000 delegates, 8,000 concert fans. So we look forward to those concert days when we can all come back together under one roof. And also that one thing we are doing at the moment, which we have been for the past 2 years, is the virtual events. So Durban ICC is obviously encouraging clients not to forget the content, because obviously if they don't host the event this year, then a lot of them will lose the content. Also, a lot of them require funding. So we're saying take your event into the virtual in the virtual sector at the moment, and obviously maintaining that content and keeping that going. And events obviously will be able to happen this year in the virtual space. So we're just at the moment we are keeping our clients in communication. We're promoting the province, and obviously together each does achieve more. So this afternoon session is very welcomed, and we thank you for it. And we hope to see you and welcome you again to having a drink or attending a concert and coming through to the Durban ICC. Yeah.
Thank you, Lindsay. Let's hold thumbs for Indaba next year so that you can, you can host us.
So we look forward to it. We look forward to it. Thank you so much, and thank you for this opportunity.
Great, thank you. Right, next up we have Paula from Monkeyland. Paula, if you are on, if I could just ask you to unmute yourself, and if you are sharing a presentation, please do so.
Hi, thanks Natalia. Yes, I will be sharing a presentation just now. So, but thank you, thanks to SATSA and Tourism KZN for organising this. I'm delighted to come this afternoon and talk to you about Monkeyland KZN, which is one of 4 animal sanctuaries that make up the South African Animal Sanctuary Alliance, all 4 award-winning sanctuaries. So I think many of you attending this afternoon might be familiar with our first 3, Monkeyland, Birds of Eden and Chukoni, which are based in the Western Cape. So Monkeyland KZN is our first sanctuary outside of the Western Cape in KwaZulu-Natal on the gorgeous Dolphin Coast. Of course, I'm biased, but I don't think there's anything better that you can do with your time in this area. There's nothing else like it in KZN. We only opened to the public in April last year. So just before our first birthday, we sadly closed and locked the gate due to COVID. So we are desperately awaiting the time when we can all welcome you back. So it's a little bit different. I'm just going to show you a couple of quick slides. I'll try not to take up too much time. So what you will see here is from our reception site, where we have a restaurant. You can just see in the background there the children's play area and a curio shop. So from here, we actually drive you to the forest. So you'll all get on board one of our safari vehicles and drive over to our forest, which is home to 7 species of exotic primates. So all of these primates were raised in captivity from zoos. They're surplus zoo animals, they're surrendered or confiscated pets, and we give them a forever home. None of our primates are kept in cages. This is the forest that you will arrive to on the vehicle. And when you arrive at the forest gate, a guide will be waiting to take you on a guided walk through the forest. This stunning indigenous forest is 23 hectares. And this is what you can expect to see. All of our primates are free roaming in that forest. Every walk is different. You can go in 10 minutes after a friend and have a completely different experience. So our tickets last all day. You can join as many tours as you like during the day. And the guide will help you look for all these different amazing primates. living really what must be their best lives. It's hard to imagine what must go through their minds if they were raised in a small zoo cage or a cage in somebody's house or garden, and now they have 23 hectares in which to roam freely, and it really is their home that we're guests in, not the other way around. So your guides will take you on a 1-hour walking tour and help you to spot all these different primates sunning themselves in the year-round sunshine that we are so fortunate to have in this part of South Africa, and also point out things in the forest, the flora and the fauna in the forest. It really is truly a beautiful walk, and we're very lucky with indigenous wildlife in the forest too. We have various species of buck, butterflies, birds, and really easy to get to. We're just off the N2. So if you have guests staying in Durban, you're heading up to the Schluwe area, you drive past us. Just around the corner from us is Luthuli Museum that Cheryl mentioned earlier. N2 Toll Road all the way. And we obviously offer STO rates, so you can contact me after this event, but truly something not to be missed. And everybody who's visited us so far in our first year has said it's even more than they imagined when they heard about it before. To actually walk through and experience that and see all these primates roaming freely is a bit of a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So we look forward to welcoming you and all your guests as soon as we can open the gates again.
Thank you so much, Paula. Right, next up we have Gugu from Moses Mabhida Stadium. Gugu, if you are on the call, if you can unmute yourself, please. And if you are sharing a presentation, share your screen.
Thank you. Welcome. I would like to present Moses Mabhida and share my screen as we go through. My name is Gugu Kitty from Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban. I'll be taking you through to the offerings that we offer. Most of us know Moses Mabhida as the football venue. However, we have attractions that are taking place at Moses Mabhida Stadium, which I'll take you through. We've got we know is Moses Mabhida Stadium as it hosted FIFA World Cup. We have attraction that is the Sky Car Adventure Walk, Stadium Tour, outdoor activities, which I will take you through. We've got a Sky Car that takes a ride of 3 minutes. Enjoy the platform, Durban Precinct, while you are enjoying these attractions. We've got the platform where you see the Durban Precinct surrounding, enjoy looking around. And we've got the adventure walk, which is part of our attractions. 550 steps to go up. It shapes your body. It gives you that experience, amazing experience to walk around the arch. We've got the stadium tour, which is part of the venues where it allows you to see the stadium inside and outside. Where the stadium also have the variety of shops where we have Big Rush, enjoy the jumping 106 meters from the arch to the pitch, enjoy that experience. It is hosted by one of our shops, a Big Rush. You want to enjoy the ride to the Ushaka Beach Promenade? Here we go. We have Segway tours, take you through to the Segway around the beach. You enjoy the experience, Durban surroundings, while you are enjoying the Durban as a whole. We also have outdoor activities such as the helicopter ride. You can use a helicopter through the beach promenade towards Ushaga and enjoy the Durban Precinct for only 6 minutes. As I've mentioned earlier, Moses Mabhida Stadium is a multi-purpose stadium. It has hosted events inside the stadium with the venues, with the capacity, depending what products you want to showcase. We've got indoor capacity where you can have the metric dance, conferences, variety of venues, stunning, and the suite. We are also in partnership with most of companies whereby you can enjoy the concert, lifestyle events, enjoying Moses Mapida Stadium as a whole while you're watching, while you are in your seats and enjoying that overview. We have hosted different events. As you can see, we've once hosted these events. As you see, the big walk. We also have Comrades Marathon, and we've also hosted Top Gear, which was one of the successful events that took place at Moses Mapida Stadium. You want to showcase your products? Here we go. Come and have the exhibitions with us. You can have meetings depending on your capacity of your requirement. This is what we offer at Moses Mapida Stadium. We'd like to thank everyone for the opportunity and also everyone for this experience that we've been given to sell our products. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Gugu. If you could unshare your screen for me, please. Next up, we have Marion Esterhazen from North Coast Holiday Homes. Marion, if you are on, you're there, great. Off you go.
Perfect. I'm going to share my screen with you. Let's see what comes from it. Okay, can you all hear me? Perfect.
Loud and clear.
Perfect, thank you. Oh, sorry. There we go. Okay. Welcome to KwaZulu-Natal North Coast and North Coast Holiday Homes. My name is Marion, and I would love to share with you the beauty of our KwaZulu-Natal North Coast and our exclusive portfolio of luxury self-catering homes. Be my guest and come and explore our magnificent coastline. Our sandy, golden beaches divide the warm Indian Ocean and the lush green coastal vegetation with the infinite patchwork of its sugarcane fields beyond. The North Coast, or Dolphin Coast, as we have affectionately been named, boasts spectacular wildlife sightings, both onshore and at sea. Home to many schools of dolphins that enjoy their morning wave surfing, the southern right whales that breach the sea surface on their migration north, and the call of the fish eagle in search of nature's best. Dolphin Coast has many attractions that draw tourists in year after year. Our vibrant area is filled with loads of exciting things to do. Our many restaurants, hiking trails, family day trips, heritage sites, thrill-seeking activities, and nightlife spots are sure to keep you entertained throughout your stay. We are proud to represent one of the most magnificent properties on the North Coast. Our luxury homes are scattered throughout. Our selection of exclusive homes are privately owned and beautifully furnished, with many of our properties close to the beach. Specializing in upmarket self-catering accommodation from the ever-popular, internationally renowned Zimbabwe Coastal Resort and Golfing Estate to the quiet golf estate of Princess Grant further north. Our homes range from one-bedroom apartments to 8-bedroom sea view villas. With over 40 homes on our portfolio, we are sure to find you the perfect getaway. We pride ourselves in offering the best selection of self-catering homes at affordable prices. Each home has been carefully reviewed and hand-selected so that we can bring you the very best experience for your next vacation. Our homes are prepared with luxury in mind. We believe that your holiday starts on arrival, and we ensure that all homes are cleaned, sanitized, and personally checked before you arrive. Service throughout your stay, our homes are always ready for you to enjoy while entertaining spending time with family and friends, or quietly enjoying your novel that you have not yet had a chance to complete. We are here to make sure that you are creating memories and experiencing all that our town has to offer. Our personal attention at all times has ensured the satisfaction of our guests, both local and international, many of whom return year after year. We will see you on the warm side of South Africa.
Thanks, Marion. On the warm side. Right, next up we have Howard Msomi from Ntelezi Msani Heritage Center Guided Tours. Howard, are you with us?
Yes, I am here.
Wow, look at you!
Ladies and gentlemen, greetings. I'll be using my background and talk to my presentation. My name is Howard Msomi from Ntelezi Msani Heritage Center. The Heritage Center is in the south coast of KwaZulu-Natal within Ogu District Municipality in an almost 100% rural Umzumbe municipality where authentic Zulu life and culture still prevail. The center is about 3 kilometers away from N2 and Indian Ocean. Ntelezi Msani Heritage Center Guided Tour offers community-driven products which include tours on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and that covers the Nguni people origin and Zulu kingdom storytelling and culture. King Shaka's expedition to the south, the 1906 Poltex uprising or Bambata rebellion, as the center derives its existence from such history. Traditional activities include warrior dance, divine healing dance, and beautiful sounds of singing, craftsmanship and stick fighting, fun, and instant teachings to visitors. We have got also a traditional wreath laying, which is laying a heap of stones within the Heritage Center. And finally, we have crafts exhibition. Our annual traditional events include Poltex Uprising commemoration, which is done every year in March, as well as the year-end and the New Year African traditional ceremony that takes place in July 29th to the 2nd of August. Ntelezi Msani Heritage Center hosts a number of creative arts program, and our pricing includes commission or STO rates. You may reach us on our website. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Great. Next up, I'm not sure, I haven't seen Hlengiwe, but is anybody here from Royal Tonga Safari Lodge to speak to us today?
Yes, we are indeed. Thank you so much, Natalia. I believe Prince is here as well.
Great.
All right, nonetheless. So my name is Wendy Dembe, as I mentioned, from Royal Tonga Safari Lodge, the lodge manager there. If I may just kindly share my screen with you all. So just kindly confirm if you can see my screen.
I can, and if you could put it into presenter mode. Perfect, that's wonderful.
Fantastic. Great, so we are basically located next to Dembe Elephant Park, being the Big Five, boasting the Big Five, amongst other, and Dembe Elephant Park also sharing within Mozambique as well. We're only roughly 40 k's away from the Mozambican border and 70 k's to the Swaziland border. In total, we have 36 beds that we can host. And we also can do game drives. There's a wide variety of activities that we can do. Our restaurant's called Ehlatini restaurants, purely meaning that we are right in the bush. So you leave the city and you enjoy the natural surroundings of flora, fauna, and the Big Five, really. We were so glad to host the gala dinner, the Mthai Gala Dinner, which is the annual Marula Festival that takes place in northern Zululand, being also Elephant Coast, where it's basically the celebration of the harvesting of the marula fruit. More than that, it's so great that, in fact, we've actually taken up an opportunity that now that it's we under this pandemic of the COVID-19, we've decided to every guest that comes through to our property gets these free kind of masks, face masks, which are also branded Royal Tonga. So it's a bit of a memoir that you take home, that you came to Royal Tonga, you came to South Africa, and now you got these Tonga-inspired face masks, where basically the fabric as well was all inspired by the community, where they selected the fabrics and we all came together and did the mask. So in total, we have, as I mentioned, 36 beds. Activities, we can do game drives, kayaking, hiking, there's birding. You can go to Kosi Bay and enjoy some snorkeling or boat cruises. We have lovely educational visits where you get to learn how to do some beadwork, some crafting. There's lovely lala baskets that you can also learn. And then there's also these traditional fish crawls that we teach how to fish traditionally, the Tonga style. If not that, if you're a fan of palm wine, which is called injemane, you can also learn how to make the palm wine. So since now we're in lockdown, surprisingly, that's what many seem to be putting towards.
Yes, that one. Sorry, can you send it to me? Because remember, I lost my.
And then
you've just been interrupted. Oh, there I see she has muted herself. You can carry on.
And it's because of the palm wine.
And then
it's
because of the palm wine. So then as well, we are located, as I mentioned, next to Tembe Elephant Park, between Swaziland and Mozambique. 40 k's Mozambique, 70 k's roughly to Swaziland border.
Oh, I think Wendy's also had some palm wine. No. She's frozen. Let's give her a sec. And isn't it inconvenient that when you do freeze, it's the worst possible position to freeze in, unfortunately. Okay, Wendy doesn't seem to be coming back, unfortunately. So we're going to carry on. Gail, if you are with us from Saffron Chefs. Gail, anyone from Saffron Chefs? No, in that case, I'm going to call on Pauline from the Waffle House. Pauline, are you with us? Pauline, are you with us?
Hi, everybody. You can see me.
Yeah, there you are. Beautiful background. Go for it.
Yes, indeed. Hello, everybody. I'm chatting to you from the Ramsgate KZN South Coast. I am involved in a restaurant which has quite a historical background to this area, but it doesn't operate in a little space of its own, but is part of the whole of Ramsgate. So I'm just going to chat briefly about Ramsgate a little bit as well, if I may. We might as well push the area at the same time and just show a few little pictures. There we go. We're on the South Coast, and this is where my office is every day. And it just is the most incredible place. I'm going to show you on the map here where we are. We are literally about 90 minutes from Durban Airport. And within our small area, we've got like a 7-kilometer piece of waterfront. And then we go inland, and within that area, you could literally spend a week doing things. There's so much to do. Let me just move on there. This is again just a lovely aerial shot of where we are, but there is so much surrounding us. We've got a lot of accommodation in the area, from 3-star caravan park up to 4-star B&Bs. Lots of lovely stuff here. And then in terms of activities around us, you can come for a lovely meal, which is all generally made with organic, free-range food in a lovely setting. And then go for a lovely beach walk on the Ramsgate Marine Ramble. We have a beautiful whale view deck where you can see at least as many whales as you do in Hermanus. It really is beautiful. And we have the Tanglewood Resonance Garden where you can go and wander through all these beautiful, very old trees. And then as you see, there are a lot of other things there on the list on the side there, which I won't go into. But we are within very easy reaching distance of 10 top-class golf courses. We have our ski boat launch sites. We have environmental things to do. We have beautiful inland areas with culture, history, and so forth. So you can come and have a lovely meal and really enjoy the place at the same time. That's a little bit about our place in particular. We've been here since 1957, so I think we've seen a lot of the coast develop over that time. And we actually have 2 sister restaurants in the UK, in St. Albans and Norwich as well. So one of our things is, if people can visit all 3 of those sites, then they get something special, because they really have gone north and south to the waffle houses. And then just for a quick overview of our Ramsgate Marine Ramble, you'll see again where we are in the picture. And this beautiful marine walk is just to die for. It really is. We really are a very peaceful environment. And I know as you go further inland, you'll be hearing later from Paul Jeffries from the Wild 5 Adventures. There's lots of adventure around. But when you come to our area, that's when you kind of chill after all your adventures. And then that's where we are with our famous bridge and our strange, interesting foods, which includes savory toppings on beautiful Belgian waffles and sweet toppings and so forth, in a very unique setting, right next to the Ibi Fantlolo Lagoon and looking out onto Ramsgate's main beach. We also have a lovely gallery and a little deli shop there. But if you just look at that lagoon, it is just absolutely beautiful. And our slogan for everyone who lives here is we get very excited when we say we live, work and play here. And we really do, we live here. It's just amazing. And we would just love to advise you that this is somewhere to come and really see for yourself if you want to unwind and enjoy South Africa at its best. So thank you.
Thank you, Lean. You've got a fan chat seeing best waffles ever. I'm being, anyway, now I'm hungry. I haven't had much. Thank you. Okay, next we have Bongani. Bongani, I love the name of Bongani's company, Travel for Change. I actually have Bongani's video, which I'm going to share. Bongani, do you want to say anything before I share your video? Oh, okay, I'm going to go. Okay, great. Do you want to say anything before I share?
Thanks to you. It seems like I struggle with technology.
Okay.
Natalie, are you with me?
Yes, I'm going to share your video first. Let me share it
Can
quickly.
you hear me?
I can. I'm going to share your video.
Yeah.
Great. Bongani, would you like to say anything?
Hear me?
I can.
Thank you. It seems like I struggle with technology. So thanks to everyone and thanks for this opportunity, especially to you, Natalie. Basically, we are a tour operator. We fairly new. We based in between Durban and Umhlanga. We transport our guests, when they basically the airport transfer, the local tours, business transfer, and that's again, thanks for the opportunity from. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bongani. Right, next we have Umdlalo Lodge and Zizi's Restaurant. Do we have Sia on call with us? Anybody from Umdlalo? No? Okay, I'm going to go on to Paul from Wild 5 Adventures. Paul, if you could please take the stage, the virtual stage.
Oh, Natalie, thanks. Can you hear me?
I can.
Thank you, and good afternoon, everybody. I think Pauline has actually just given me in the last presentation, given me an idea for a new attraction on the South Coast. And I think it's got to be some of the most unique offices in the world, because if you look up and behind me on my left, over my left shoulder here, that's our office. But let's share the rest of it. I'm just going to show a quick 2-minute video of what we do, and then I'll be with you. Is that showing? No, Natalie, are you seeing the video?
Yes, I can.
I want to cry.
It's okay.
What do you call a ride? That shoves you into a 540-foot gorge.
Going from this to, oh my God, I'm gonna die.
The wilds of South Africa. On a ride that would have Tarzan shaking in his loincloth. But while that feral dude inspired dozens of novels, this swing is one of a kind and mental.
It's the only place that it's acceptable for a guy to scream like the girl.
The wild swing. Hauling oats at 75 miles per hour. Flailing into a 540-foot deep canyon. It's the highest gorge swing in the world.
You kind of think you know what you're expecting. When you do it, the expectations go out the window.
There you go.
It's a lot worse than what you thought it was.
Yeah.
He's got an impact.
You go.
Oh my God! What'll it take for you to get a shot? Courage!
Okay, so that's a taste of what we do up in Orrery Gorge. Every client that comes to us gets a certificate, and on that certificate is written, and I'll quote, "Come to the edge," he said. "We are afraid," they said. "Come to the edge," he said. "We are afraid," they said. "Come to the edge," he demanded. So they did, and he pushed them, and they flew. And that pretty much sums up the experience at Wild 5 Adventures. We're situated on the edge of the Orrery Gorge, in the KZN South Coast, and with the indescribable views and the natural beauty of the area. We've drawn sightseers from around the world since 1948, making it a very popular landmark for tourists and locals alike. Wild 5 is a specialist adventure company, and it started in 1997, offering a range of adventure activities at varying intensity from the mild all the way through to the wild. So all of them are guaranteed to get your heart pumping and adrenaline flowing. We've been the recipient of the Lilazela Award for Best Visitor Experience in South Africa on numerous occasions, which is something that we pride ourselves on. And we attract adventure seekers from around the globe, presenting them with a professional service, facilities, and world-class, once-in-a-lifetime experiences. The Wild Swing is the highest of its kind in the world at 165 meters. That's 55 stories. And one aspect that sets the Wild Swing apart from others around the world is that the jump doesn't take place from a man-made structure. Instead, the jump site is located right on the ledge of the Lowe's waterfall, which you can see behind me. And it cascades into a deep pool down in the valley below. The jumpers are strapped into a full body harness, and it distributes the G-forces across the body very carefully, and it makes it suitable for both abled and disabled adventurers of various ages and disabilities. We've had, the oldest we've had is an 84-year-old woman, and the youngest has been a couple of 5-year-old kids. Other activities that we offer are an exhilarating zip line across the face of Lewis Falls, 110-meter abseil, which goes down next to the falls, and a pretty spine-tingling 84-meter suspension bridge walk across the gorge. For water enthusiasts, they can look forward to taking on the grade 2 to 4 rapids in the Umzinkula River. We do whitewater rafting. And you can also go to war with your friends in a themed paintball arena, or let us put together a team building package, be it for corporate or big families or just a bunch of friends. There's no better setting for one to become the hero in their very own story. And something significant happens when people face their fears with us. It's something that's kept us going for the last 23 years, is this experience of watching, well, the experience a turning point and a realization that the clients are more courageous than they think they are, and that they have the inner strength to overcome things that they never thought they would. And this is made even more relevant in these challenging times we find ourselves in today. But it was very rewarding to see the expression of our clients' faces when they leave us having made this discovery. But if anyone wants any more information, please Google us, Wildfire Adventures, and all our contact details are on there, social media and everything else. Thanks, Atlia. I hope that
yes, thanks. That's pushed me right out of my comfort zone when you mentioned that there was it an 85-year-old and 5-year-olds doing the stuff that I think I would never do. You really put me on the spot.
Yeah, I think the nicest thing has been the experience of paraplegics and quadriplegics that have jumped with us. It's things that they've never ever dreamt that they'd be able to do. It's incredible.
Wow. Okay, thank you for that, Paul. From Polka.coco, is Prumzile with us today, or somebody from Polka.coco? Not yet? Hello. Hello. Are you there? Oh, there you are. Hello.
Yeah.
Great. Go ahead. Oh, your signal's a bit dodgy.
And I'm pretty. Okay, so we are on the coast of Durban in Scotland in a little town called Amandawe. Yay! And we offer handcrafted accessories. We do them all ourselves. Yes. On the display, just to see exactly what we have to offer you. So let us start on the side. We've got our lovely handcrafted minimalist earrings, which is a nice pop of color to your everyday look. It is leather lined with a bit of stretch wear or material just to give you that nice finishing touch to your look. Yes. And then on this side, we have got what we call Easy Kaza. We have modernized Easy. Come on, we've made them modern. It's nice, it's a layer of wood, but on African prints of wood, leather, and a touch of hessian. I mean, how creative. Check that out. Okay, and then we've got our, if we come closer, we call these half-boat earrings. So we will take you from the boat because they literally taken, we've just done a nice detail just so that you just have a touch, but you're still modern. You know, we're modernizing this. Yeah. And that's how she's got them on right now. Come on, let me show you. Let me show you. Such a pop of color. And they're very light as well. That I must say, they're very, very light. Good for packaging, international. We are here to serve. Yeah, I got them. Use us. Yeah. And then on the side, we've got another touch of color. These are actually our studs. So let me just bring them closer just so you can see. Also on just a touch of wood with a good layer of beads, just to take the usual beaded earrings, and you can actually see they're not too big.
We all know about the Zulu beads, we all know about the Zulu accessories, but then we thought let's try and revamp them and do something so unique and so different.
Come on, and so it's all original. And then our latest addition is the face masks. We've got face masks which are also made of unique material. These are the kitties on this side. And then we've also got the adults on that side, just to add a nice pop of color, something nice, something bright. At the end, we've got our biodegradable packaging because we do care for the environment. So we have got packaging that is actually made up of cardboard. So we're going green. We're good. And on this side, I will take you over to Nelly, who will show you the rest of our accessories.
So if you come close, here we got our bow ties. Here we are proud South Africans. We are proud Africans. We love shweshwe. You mention shweshwe, we jump. We love shweshwe. The reason why we love shweshwe is because it is made right here in South Africa. So here on this board right here, we've got a selection of beautiful, colorful shweshwe, which is handcrafted. And then what we also did was, because we like to twist things, so they come in different colors, obviously, but then they double up. Look at this, so like the different colors. Just to add the pop of color, just to make them nice and unique, because hey, we love being unique.
Why not?
Why not? And then right here at the bottom, this here is our babies right here. So I don't think anyone has seen this before. This is our unique work. I'm actually wearing one just now. We call this Hessian necklace bow tie. So here, you've never seen this before. It's actually a bow tie, but which doubles up as a necklace as well. And these here, they are amazing. People are going crazy for these here. And then also, we've got shweshwe ties. Again, we love shweshwe, as you've mentioned, and we keep mentioning this, we love shweshwe. And if you look right here, this is our shweshwe handcrafted ties, and it's actually hand stitched. We don't have a machine. Funny enough, all of this is done because we still start up. So all of this is done by hand. What I'll tell you is that we work 9 to 5. We actually had to rush from work to be here, and then after this, I will tell you what we do. We don't sleep. We do this like until early in the morning, and then wake up the following day, go to work. Come on. Sometimes we do market. When we do markets, we travel to Joburg and Cape Town because we do not have a car. I'll tell you what we do. We work from Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, and then we get home. We quickly change, and then we get on the bus. Okay, we travel all the way through to Joburg. We get there. We zhuzh it up. And you will never say that we're tired. Come on. And then we do markets, 3-4 markets during the weekend. Get on the bus on Sunday afternoon. Get back home in the Monday morning. We take a shower. Off we go to work. That's us. That's who we are. That's how hungry we are. That's who we are. That's just who we are. And then last but not least, this is also our favorite board right here. We also do our leather bow ties, and then this is also our favorite. It's Hessian with beads. It's very unique. People love this for weddings, for functions. Yes, and then also different. Let's just take you through so you can see. And then different patterns, different materials as well, because we like to offer a selection.
So that's basically who we are. This is what we do.
And this is all found here on the south coast of Durban.
Yeah, big
so much for having us.
Yeah.
Yes, we're excited. We are so excited.
Big time, big time. We love doing this. And obviously now that we cannot, because we normally do markets, we do trade shows, we do everything like that. So at the very moment, we cannot do any. But when we get a platform like this, I feel like our energy is like big bang.
Well, you've just made a lot of fans in the tourism, and can we all give a round of applause? Beautiful ladies from Polka Dot Cocoa. Round of applause.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. And it's not going to be a side hustle for very long, so don't try, but it is going to be a side hustle. You are absolutely
Yay. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Okay, sure. On that note, I actually don't even know where to go from there, really. I'm just basking in the beautiful energy of these beautiful women who've presented their products to us. Thank you. I would just like to download you and have you in my brain anytime I feel down. Sure. So amazing. Before we take some questions and answers, I just wanted to check if any of the guys who weren't possibly on earlier that were supposed to present are now. If I can ask if anybody from African Dive Adventures is on. African Dive Adventures? No? Okay. What about Claremont Quadabeka, Tourism Development? Claremont Quadabeka. No? No one? Okay. Saffron Chefs? And Umdlalo Lodge? Not. Okay, well, I guess that leaves us with opening the floor to questions. So if I could put it out to the floor, anybody would like to ask a question? If you would like to ask a question, just again, so we can keep it tidy, I would be very grateful if you could enter it into the chat so that I can just control the conversation. So if you are wanting to ask a question, anybody who's presented today, please feel free to throw that into the chat and then we will respond to that. Ushi, I'm afraid I can't send a link to Bunny. I'm going to ask my team perhaps help please send a link to Ushi to Bunny because I'm busy moderating. Anybody has a question, please put that into the chat for me and I will pose it. Or are you all still stunned by Polka Dot Cocoa like I am? Anybody have a question? I will
Natalia,
also, yes.
I have the question.
Sylvia?
Yes, I have the question for Paul from Wild 5 Adventure. He mentioned about whitewater rafting. I wanted to ask if whitewater rafting is possible all over the year, and what is the minimum and maximum for whitewater rafting?
Thanks, Sylvia. We operate about 8 months of the year. Winter, it's normally too dry to operate. And depending on the river conditions, if the river's low, we can take a minimum of 6 and a maximum of 12. When the river is high, we use 8-man rafts and we can take 27 people maximum, minimum 6 as well.
27, okay, minimum 6, cool. Okay, great. So then you do incentives, right? You service incentives group.
Sorry, Sylvia, you just broke up. Would you repeat the question?
I understand you do service incentive groups. You can create activity packages for incentive groups.
Sorry, I didn't get that exactly, but
asking about incentive groups, if you would do packaging for incentives groups.
Yes, absolutely. We do quite a few incentive groups, and we can package different activities together, also with different accommodation establishments in packages.
And what is the distance to the accommodation places which could accommodate groups?
Sylvia, maybe you want to drop me an email and I can send you a whole lot of information. But we've got everything from a boutique hotel down the road from us, which is the Gorge Lodge and Spa, which is fantastic, to self-catering. So we have a wide variety of accommodation types.
Okay, where do you get your email address? From the website?
We have distributed an online brochure to all the attendees. I will just double check that that has gone through, and all the contact details of everybody actually who participated in today's session should be on there. But Sylvia, if it isn't, please do feel free to reach out to us and we will make sure that you get Paul's details.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Any other questions? No? Okay, if you do have any questions at a later stage, you are wanting to talk to any of the participants or to perhaps Tuli and her team, again, the brochure should have all the details in, but if you are missing anything, please feel free to let SATSA know and we will willingly get that through to you. Before we close off, I'd like to call on Graham, our chair of the KZN chapter. Graham, the floor is yours to do a thank you, lucky draw, and closing.
Oh, well, thank you, everybody from around the world. We had quite a number of guests and participants, and thank you to all the presenters for showcasing your product. A great array of many different things to do, and we can all tell that you know, we know that our province has got fantastic things to do for everybody. And, you know, as long as we can spread that word around the world, you know, once you get here, you understand. And we just hope that the skies will be full of planes flying in, again, filling up our activities and our hotels with tourists from all over the world. We all look forward to that day. And I thank you for participating today. And we hope to see you tomorrow and Thursday. We have 2 more of these virtual FAMs. We're going to just discuss a few more products around the province. So thank you very much. And the exciting time has come to give some prizes away. And we have from African Dive Adventures is offering a prize, and GP Wenzel has won that prize. So congratulations, GP. We hope to get your name and soon. So please let us know how we get in touch and get your prize to you. And from Curiosity Durban, so thanks Megan for that, Carolina Beckman has won the prize at Curiosity Durban. So congratulations to the winners, and thank you once again to all the presenters as well as the participants from around the world. Have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, whichever time zone you are in, and we will hopefully see you back tomorrow. Thanks again.
Thank you so much, Graham, and congratulations to our 2 winners. I do hope to see some of your faces again tomorrow and on Thursday when we reveal the rest of KwaZulu-Natal. Thank you to all of you for sharing the last hour and 45 minutes with us. I know you're all busy, and I really appreciate the fact that you're taking this time to learn that when we can come on, we can, oh, happiness, polka dot cocoa. Bye. Bye. I just love those 2. I just want to bring them to my house and keep them here forever to make me feel happy. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good evening. Cheers.
Bye-bye, everyone. Lovely weekend. Evening. Woo. Bye.
Bye.